Honey, are you okay?
Yes, it's just a little harder to catch my breath since I'm pregnant.
Yes, well, I guess that would make it more... What?
This little bat shyly lifted her wing. She was pregnant. Dracula shot into the sky, over the moon.
I'm gonna be a grandpa!
Just a year ago, Dracula's daughter actually married a human. Right as the wedding hit its peak, Dracula got a little choked up. So... in the end, with family and friends watching, the wedding wrapped up perfectly. A few months later, Dracula's daughter got pregnant. The moment he heard, he went wild with excitement. He immediately set up a huge nutritious feast for her.
Aww, thank you, Dad. Just like you made it when I was a kid. My favorite.
Mavis saw how much heart her dad put into it and straight up cried. Under Dracula's doting care, the little bat finally arrived. Dracula was absolutely thrilled. His noble bloodline finally had an heir.
It's a boy! The Dracula bloodline carries on!
Time flew. Dennis's first birthday arrived. A day this happy couldn't go down without all the monster friends. They brought piles of gifts, solid gold necklaces.
Just starting to walk, so maybe it's heavier than...
Oh, you're okay, Denisovich.
Even a mini guillotine. Mavis did not want her kid near any of that dangerous stuff. All she wanted was a normal life for him. To keep the kid safe, nothing sharp was allowed. Not even a witch's nose. They put safety gates on the cliffs. Even the toilet wasn't spared. Guests who needed to go had to toss the whole toilet out. Dracula had massive hopes for Dennis. He kept waiting for those little fangs to pop, waiting for him to become a vampire. A long time passed, no fangs. Then one day,
Johnny, come quick!
Dracula got some great news. His precious grandson could talk.
Come on, honey. Say it again.
Blah, blah, blah.
I don't say blah blah blah.
The vampire castle had totally transformed by now. Humans were welcome, and they even had smartphones. Zombies learned to Photoshop and order takeout on computers. Wayne the werewolf even learned to play tennis. But the moment something flew by, he just couldn't control himself. Only Dracula stayed a total fossil. Jonathan told him to text with Bluetooth. Dude literally summoned a Bluetooth. Watching Dennis grow day by day, Dracula wanted to teach him to fly. But...
I'm a bat. I'm a bat. I'm a bat. I'm a bat. I'm a bat.
that method was a bust. He took Dennis to a werewolf party. The wolf pups had the time of their lives, gnawing the fur pants right off a gorilla. They also knocked Dennis flying, chipping a tooth right out. Mavis saw this and flipped. She was ready to pack up and move her kid out of this dangerous place. Hearing Mavis say that, Dracula made up his mind. Before his daughter moved, he'd awaken the vampire blood inside the boy. So he went to Jonathan, wanting him to take Mavis on a honeymoon. That would buy him more time to train Dennis. Right after Mavis left, Dracula called a ride. He planned to use an adventure to kickstart Dennis's bloodline. Just as they headed out, Blobby slid right over. And so...
Blobby, there's no room, sorry man.
The crew set off on an adventure. On the road, they cranked up some music. Poor Blobby outside had it rough. When Dracula reached the destination, his jaw dropped. The once terrifying dark forest had been turned into a theme park. Dracula was speechless, but they came all this way, no turning back. He told Frank to scare the humans off. Frank charged out all vicious. Turns out, the girls weren't scared at all. They demanded a selfie with him. Out of options, Dracula told the werewolf to show off a hunt. Before he could even lunge, a frisbee stole his soul. He ended up brawling with a dog. Watching these goons, Dracula lost it. He tried to trash the werewolf's frisbee. The ride went out of control. Poor Blobby tumbled right off a cliff.
He's fine. He's Blobby.
In the end, Dracula had to handle it himself. He climbed a 10,000-meter tower with Dennis. Then he straight up dropped him. After the drop, the monsters freaked out.
Rock! I did that my first time. He's getting too close to the ground! You know what? He's not gonna fly.
Dracula couldn't take it. He blasted down the tower and caught Dennis just in time. And this scene. A bunch of kids caught it and threw it online. Mavis happened to see it. Watching her son almost fall to his death, she was furious. She called her dad immediately. Seeing his daughter's call, Dracula panicked. He lied, saying they were still home. Mavis wasn't buying it. She transformed into a bat and flew back with Jonathan. Dracula tried to rush home. The car got wrecked. Totally stuck. Then Blobby rolled up on a little cart. They had no choice but to ride that thing home. It was painfully slow.
Hit it!
Barely down the road, Blobby needed to pee. A four-way stream burst out. Dracula couldn't take it anymore. He had Frank pull out Blobby's suction cup and blow. Blobby inflated into a gigantic balloon. They spun wildly through the air. The force flung Murray right off. Frank grabbed him in a hurry and basically flew him like a kite.
Now this is flying, Denisovich.
Like a vampire! Whee!
Soon, they made it back to the castle. The second they landed, Mavis busted them. Dracula tried to explain. Mavis pulled up the video. Her dad's extreme actions crushed her. She didn't care if Dennis turned into a vampire or not. All she wanted was for her kid to grow up safe. She decided that after Dennis's 5th birthday, she'd move him to the human world for good. Dracula's heart sank. He never meant to hurt the boy, but his methods were way too intense. Soon, Dennis's 5th birthday party came. Friends and family all showed up. Mavis took the chance to invite Grandpa Vlad. When Dracula heard that, he nearly peed himself.
You invited him?
His father absolutely loathed humans. If Vlad found out his daughter married a human, every human here was done. So Dracula decided to disguise all the humans as monsters and try to sneak past him. Right then, Vlad arrived at the castle gates with his crew. His minions sniffed out the human scent fast. The moment Vlad stepped in, he zeroed in on Dennis. He saw no fangs. That made Dracula sweat. Vlad then decided to scare the fangs right out of Dennis. He turned Dennis's favorite plushie into a hideous monster. Seeing that terrifying thing, Dennis hid in his grandpa's arms, scared stiff. Dracula's heart went soft. He turned the plushie right back. Seeing this, Mavis thought her dad still hadn't given up on transforming her kid. She jumped into an argument with him. Then Jonathan, seeing his wife upset, jumped right into the fight. In the heat of it, he accidentally exposed his human identity. Vlad learned the truth. The whole family started brawling worse than ever. Dennis felt crushed. He walked out of the castle alone. Seeing her best friend leave, Winnie followed him. They hadn't gone far before they ran into Bella. He sniffed the human scent on Dennis.
You're nice too, Winnie.
Well. The little human and his pet!
He grabbed both little ones, ready to crush them. Winnie bit him hard. The pain nearly killed the old bat, and he flung her away. Seeing his friend get hurt, Dennis snapped. The noble blood inside him ignited. 2 massive fangs burst out. A roar sent the old bat flying dozens of meters. The old bat knew trouble when he saw it. He called for backup. Thousands of bats swarmed out and flew straight at them. The old bat hurled a giant boulder. Dennis smashed it with one punch. He transformed into a tiny bat and wailed on the old bat, beating him senseless. By then, Mavis and Dracula had found Dennis. Knowing he'd activated his vampire blood, they were so proud. Just then, Dennis sensed danger. The old bat's brothers had arrived. They all launched together. Mavis used her mind to hurl rocks, knocking the old bat unconscious. Dracula took out the rest of the crew with just one look. The monster friends weren't sitting around either. They all jumped into the fight. Wayne the werewolf let out a whistle. Every wolf pup showed up in a flash. Right as everyone celebrated, a sneak attacker lunged out. In the nick of time, Vlad stepped in and handled it. After that whole mess, Vlad finally got it. Fangs don't matter. Besides, when you get old, those teeth fall out anyway. All that matters is the family sticking together, happy and laughing.